Chad here with Eden Wellsprings. Today we're going to talk about the bypass valves on your unit. We're going to look at the one on this carbon tank right here. And these are the Clack bypass valves, which are just fantastic. They're super easy to use. This is the service position, meaning that water is running through the tank the way that you want to for the filter to work. And the shape of these valve handles actually tells us the direction of flow of the water, which is pretty cool. This position is the service position, meaning that it's filtered. Now, there's some other positions that we can use. You'll notice it says off on it with an arrow telling you which direction to turn. It's a bit of a misnomer because it doesn't actually turn the water off. What it does is it turns the tank off. This is how we bypass it if we do both of them. It'll only turn 90 degrees. You shouldn't need a tool to do this. If it's sat for a while, it may get a little crusty and hard to turn. A strong hand will do it. If you use a tool, just be gentle and don't go past 90 degrees. Now this position is called the bypass position. And what happens is that the water flows through this little connector in the middle, and it simply comes into the valve and out again without passing through the filter tank. There are instances where you may want to bypass. You want your water on, but not filtered. An example of this is if you're running a whole bunch of water, watering trees or something like that from your water hose connections, and you just don't want to process that water through your equipment. Now, if we're back in the service position and you'd like to shut the water off for your whole house and you don't have a valve handy and you don't want to walk out to the street at your water meter, then you can turn just this side to that off position. Now, because this one is running into the side of this one, now the water won't flow through the tank. You can open up a faucet inside and let the pressure off and say work on your shower without having to find a tool to go out to the street at your meter box and turn the water off. There's one other position that's possible on these units. You won't really have the need for this, but there's a service position where you simply turn this one. What this allows is for a worker, especially if we've got a computer head on it, you would have water coming in on the head, but nothing going through the filter tank. The unfiltered water is chased through the system going into the house while you're disturbing stuff and working on it. This is something that's really only used by service techs. So anyway, follow the arrows. There's your service position. This is what you want to be in normally. Bypass position, if you want to run a bunch of water for some reason throughout your filter, turn them both 90 degrees to the side. Remember to turn them back on. That's the bypass valves.